नमस्कार मित्रांनो, मी राजेश माने यूट्यूबच्या बातमी.in या न्यूज चॅनलवर आपल्या सर्वांचे स्वागत. मित्रांनो, वाघोली येथे अरेंज करण्यात आलेल्या सुपरसॉनिक कार्यक्रमामध्ये आता आपण आलेलो आहोत. या इव्हेंटमध्ये नक्की काय काय होणार आहे आणि कशा पद्धतीचा हा इव्हेंट आहे हे आता आपण बघणार आहोत, याची माहिती घेणार आहोत. परंतु सुरुवातीला या पद्धतीने अरेंजमेंट केलेली आहे. ही अरेंजमेंट कशी आहे, काय आहे, कशा पद्धतीने सेटअप सुरू लावलेला आहे हे आता आपण बघतोय. आणि हा सुपरसोनिकचा सुपर असा महालक्ष्मी लॉन्सवरचा व्ह्यू.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. It feels so good to say that. Welcome back to VH1 Supersonic. We've been gone for 3 years and I can't tell you how much we've missed being here, being on the field and looking at everybody's faces once again. And not just me personally, and not just the crew at Supersonic, but also the artists have really missed looking at and being around fans and being at a music festival. Before we start, can I please introduce to you Mr. Gaurav Mashruwala, who's the head of the live events division at Viacom. The only problem is the people at Viacom have such long designations that I never know what to call them. But he's my dear friend and partner in crime at VH1 Supersonic, but he handles a lot more than Supersonic. I'll let him give you his official designation. Gaurav.
Hello everyone, and thank you for making it over here. So I'll keep my designation short. I'm just business head of the live business for Viacom 18. We're really happy to have Supersonic back after 3 years. Nikhil clearly has been the face of this festival, so I'm going to let him do all the talking because he does it way better than I do.
Gaurav just gets us the money to run the festival, which is way more important than what I do. But once again, welcome. This year at Supersonic, as you know, the festival is spread over an immense area. We've been here for the past 5 or 6 years here in Pune, and we love coming back to the city. We love the energy, especially of the younger generation that lives here in Pune. People come down from Mumbai, people come down from all across India, and this year we've got quite a few people coming down from the Middle East and Dubai as well. We're starting here on what is our underground music stage, and Supersonic was actually the first festival to pioneer what is called techno now all across India. At our first festival, actually our third festival in Goa back in 2015, when we invited Awakenings, the biggest techno brand from Amsterdam, actually the biggest global brand, to host the stage here at Supersonic, and we partnered with them for 5 years, and this year we're doing techno on our own. Awakenings is doing their own festivals in Europe. And back then, I believe that as a team we had the vision to see where the festival was moving to and where music in India was moving to, and we brought in artists that nobody else had thought of bringing in back then. And that's what has now proved, as there's proof in the pudding. Techno is the biggest genre for music fans in India currently, second only to Bollywood and Desi music. And I think that entire genre was something that we pioneered at Supersonic, and that's why we have this enormous stage right at the beginning of the festival that's going to welcome all the people walking in with some of the most brilliant artists from across the world. 3 days of various genres of techno. There's also different types of techno, as there's different types of all forms of music. So we've got melodic techno on day 1, we've got tech house on day 2, and we've got what's called industrial or hard driving techno on day 3. So there's lots of different offerings for fans of this form of music, and I think people are going to be very, very happy over here. In fact, quite a few of my friends have decided that they're going to pitch a tent and camp at this spot at the festival, and they're not going to go anywhere else, which is disappointing, I've told them, because we've got so much more happening at the festival that they really should come in and experience. What we're also encouraging people to do is come in early at VH1 Supersonic, because there's a culture with this generation which is called pre-gaming. I won't explain what it is, but I think a lot of people know what pre-gaming is. We are now moving pre-gaming to the festival, where till 4 o'clock, I think there's 1 plus 1. For every drink you buy, you get 1 drink on the house. And the reason we want people to come in early is not so that they drink more. That's not the reason. We want them to come in early because we want them to come and eat here at the festival. Our food selection at Supersonic this year is, I think, the best we've ever done of all the editions we've done. So we want people to come in early, and I know the concern is दोपहर को बहुत धूप होता है, गर्मी होती है, which is why we have tripled the amount of shade at the festival this year compared to what we've had in the past few years. So there's lots and lots of shaded spots. I do understand it's warm in the afternoon, But if you come in early, you've got pre-gaming, you've got great food to try out before the festival gets packed and busy. You can sit down, you can even take a nap on the grass if you want to. And then when the festival gets fully crowded, you can engage with it and be full on. So honestly, if you're going to come to Supersonic this weekend, come in by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and really get full paisa vasool for the ticket that you've bought to enjoy every aspect of the festival. So, shall we move on to the next stage? This is techno. Going to have great music here over 3 days, and now we're going to walk across and see some of the other installations.
Viacom 18 has put together a series of brand partnerships and experiences for VH1 Supersonic. Gaurav, if I'm not mistaken, the number of brand partnerships this year also has increased significantly.
So the brand partnerships have gone up significantly. We've tied up with companies and brands that have the same ethos as we do to put up a music festival. So whether it's in the music space or in the lifestyle space, we've tied up with all brands that kind of match.
Mentioning that is because a lot of the brand experiences are being set up on the other side. Today is still day zero, so we're not fully ready. So if you see a lot of construction work going on over there, this will look completely different tomorrow, but that's where a lot of the brand experiences are going to be taking place. A Geo, JBL, Budweiser, Jimmy's Cocktails, so on and so forth. Important question was just asked whether the festival runs till 10 o'clock at night. The answer is yes. As per law, the music at all the main stages will stop at 10 o'clock. But we do have the food areas and some of the bars available and serving food and beverages till about 11:30 at night. The main reason for doing this is that when 15,000 leave the festival at the same time at 10 o'clock, it creates a lot of traffic issues and a lot of chaos and confusion. And we want to try and streamline the exit or the egress of people leaving the festival. So we want people to hang out a little longer, and we may have some acoustic performances around some of the bars as well. So there's something for people to do. They can get a bite to eat, they can relax, they can wind down, and they can leave the festival slowly so that it eases up the traffic issues that you could have faced on the road. Having said that, there's still quite a bit of traffic, but it would have been a lot worse if we shut everything down at 10 o'clock and everybody left at the same time. So the egress is planned out over an hour and a half to allow people to leave a little slowly. We also have a festival that reaches out to many different types of people, and I expect that this area is going to be very popular. Sneaker culture, as you can tell, is extremely popular in India these days, and we have a little sneaker section over here where people can come and check out new sneakers and have a little discussion amongst their own community members about what's trending, what's hot, what's the latest drop, what brands are doing well, what collabs are doing well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of interactions happen in this area with sneakers. Quick point, what's being set up over here, we've also partnered with Meta this year, which is Facebook, Instagram, and we're doing something called Reel Street. We're just putting together a whole bunch of backdrops that are creators and influencers. We've got a lot of content creators that like coming to music festivals, so there's something here for content creators to do as well, to make different stories and reels with various backdrops. So we're creating backdrops for them over here, so that while the music is on, while they're having a great time, they can also create some content for themselves and for their fan pages here at VH1 Supersonic. So this is actually at the heart of VH1 Supersonic this year, and the reggae stage that we have at Supersonic every year, which is the 10,000 Lion stage, used to be where the sneaker stall has gone up this year. Okay? And what we realized over the years is that the reggae stage was something that every single fan at VH1 Supersonic loved. It's not music that they actively sought out. It's not artists that they came for Supersonic, but as they walked by the reggae stage, they would always stop and they would have a bit of a dance, sometimes for 10 minutes, sometimes for half an hour, because the energy at that reggae stage was always brilliant, beautiful, happy, lots of smiling people, lots of people moving and dancing and shaking themselves about. So the vibe over there was excellent. So this year, we've decided to give the reggae stage a bigger platform. So this year, the 10,000 Lion sound system is going to be set up over here. And the reason they set up over here is because we've created a beautiful experience in the space that Gaurav is going to tell you more about, because he's been at the heart of this particular invention at Supersonic.
So what we've done this year and what we're consciously trying to build is saying that Supersonic, while it being a music festival, it's multiple festivals within the festival itself. And one such partner that we've tied up with is the Impresario Group, where they're curating this entire flea space, which will have different kinds of food. The food will be paired with beverages, and we've gotten an entire list of brands
that are going to do some exciting cocktails to go with the food. So, which is what Nikhil was also mentioning earlier, saying that we have this whole pre-gaming thing, but we said pre-gaming should look like a brunch where people can come, enjoy the food, enjoy the cocktails. We're going to have some live counters. We're going to have chefs. We're going to have celebrity bartenders coming in to give you the entire food and free. Oops, the Chinese are calling the food and free space.
Music and food and drink. So the kind of effort we've put into curating our food and beverage selection. A street. It's kind of like a street where you walk down and you see pretty much everything that you would love to pick up on a whim or an impulse here at VH1 Supersonic. Today, of course, it looks a little bare because all of our partners haven't come in as yet. But tomorrow, when you come in here, you're going to see that this is going to be the most colorful part of Supersonic because all these stalls will be filled up. You'll have people sitting in there selling different products, and I think it's going to be amazing to experience Super Street at VH1 Supersonic. But you've got to come here tomorrow and check it out for yourselves. Hello.
Check. We don't have a cordless mic. Like Gaurav explained earlier on, that we've partnered with a lot of different brands and companies that share energy and synergy in what we're doing here in building an experience for fans at VH1 Supersonic. So the Viacom 18 team has tied up with Impresario. Social is one of their brands, and we've built something which Social is curating, and they've called it Cirque du Social, which I think is a play on Cirque du Soleil, which is a beautiful theatrical circus-like art and music exhibition that they do across the world. So Cirque du Social over here is going to have different music genres playing on different days. So different music genre on Friday, different on Saturday, different on Sunday, and they've got their own curated little space over here where they have different drinks and food offerings that are sort of an extension of what they do at Social generally. But over here they've given it a bit of a festival experience and a festival spin. So it really does feel, this space especially, like it's a festival within a festival. And the best part of it is that it's air conditioned. So in the afternoon, if you come down, there's going to be great music, great food, and there's air conditioning. What more could you ask for at VH1 Supersonic? And you're probably thinking, oh, I would like a back massage. And we do have back massages at the techno stage. We've got somebody who's set up a back massage stall. Actually, it's back massage and foot massages. So if you get really tired dancing to music throughout the festival, you can go in there, book an appointment, and the therapist will give you a half-hour massage and get your feet back in order, get your back back in order. So we're really looking after you in all aspects here at VH1 Supersonic. Air conditioning, massages, food, drinks, music. Gaurav will do a pole dance. Oh, we cut that out of the... No, that's not happening anymore. Yeah. And if anybody wants to get married as well, we've got horses outside for the barat. It's all taken care of. So please make sure that you come in early. The elephants as well that have come from my bedroom. They're here as well. Gaurav, would you like to add to this?
Let's, we're going to take a short break.